Take me to the point to where you meet the old high school classmate again, or once he gets. How did you end up linking back up with him?
I was probably the only one calling his sister, checking up on him. How is he doing in prison?
Right.
How is he? How is he doing? Like, is he in trouble? Is he getting hurt out there? Here goes some money. I'm the one that's thinking about him still, trying to make sure he gonna be good when he get out of prison. He gets out. He was out for about a week and a half. He say, and when he called me through Facebook, and then he was saying, "What you doing now?" And me bragging, I told him, I said, "I'm cutting hair, doing tattoos, and I'm a drug dealer, and I'm a promoter." He said, "What?" He said, "Man, I need $500. I said, "I mean, I can give you just $500, but you have to work for it." He said, "Work for it how?" I said, "You have to sell drugs for me. I just need you to stay in the trap and sell the weed, answer the door, and keep the pistol at all times." I came and picked him up. And the first day I picked him up.
Okay, let me rewind. So the day he called you from Facebook is the same day you picked him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that same day I had bought a storage room, and then I bought me I already had a safe, but I bought a storage room and a place just to keep my guns and my money. Because at the end of the day, I know that he's my partner at the time, but I also know he's been in prison for 7 years, and his thoughts probably ain't the same.
Right.
I caught myself putting the guard up. So when he got there, I told him, I said, "I need you to pick up this safe." I said, "It's heavy. You need to roll with me somewhere." We go to the storage. He takes it into my storage room. I shut the door and lock it. Yeah, and so that was the first day. And all he did was answer the door.
So he calls you on Facebook. Y'all link up the same day. When you look back on it now, do you think that was a wise decision, or was it more like, "Hey, my dude is out. We used to run together," or how do you think about it now?
Thinking about it now is the same thing I actually thought about before he moved in. But I figured since I knew him so long that he ain't never tried to rob me or harm me. So why not give him a chance to change his life? Even though he was around the wrong thing, but at least he wasn't robbing no more.
Right.
From my knowledge. And so, yeah, so that's why I went ahead and gave him another chance in life and as a homeboy. Well, after that, my friends and my homeboys will come over and they'll see him and they'll tell me, "I don't like this dude. He seemed weird." Or, "Why is he so quiet? Why he's so distant?" Even the girls saying the same thing. "Your friend seemed weird, like he got something on his mind, like he finna do something." I even heard one girl say it looked like this nigga just plotting. I brushed it off. But as a worker, when he sold the product, my numbers wasn't missing, the money wasn't missing, everything was accurate.
Right. Unlike the other guy that was there before.
Yeah, the numbers would be off. But as time progressed, he was there a total of 5 months until I got shot.
Take me to the day of the incident, because from what I recall, you were telling me you were in the restroom. But just tell me about the day and how that started.
Well, the whole day, I would say probably around 9 or 10 that morning, This day I decided to go make more money by going out hustling and going to Dallas and going to Grand Prairie and selling zips and halves to people I know and people that want to get gram for gram. And then this day, when I got done hustling, I took all the money and stuffed it in a drawer. I didn't even hide the money.
So, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
You just wanted to make more money? Or?
I made money. I made some money there as well that day. And so I put a couple thousand in the drawer that I made on the street. So basically saying $2,000. I put $2,000 in the kitchen. A little more than 2,000, but we're just gonna say 2,000. And so, not including what the Fort Worth location made.
Right.
And so that was another 1,000 plus. And so.
And this is just like per day. So for a location made like 1,000. You made 2,000 off the street, and your spot do like 2,000 a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that day I just kept stuffing the money inside the kitchen. I didn't go hide it, and I took a little percentage out and kept probably about $400 or $500. Mm-hmm. Between I'd say $400 to $600 I kept in my pocket. out of over $3,000, I just kept it in the kitchen. I kept putting it in the kitchen every time I go to the house. I made some more money. By this time, my drawers just full of 20s. Mm-hmm. And so, leading up to the nighttime, I got to the house probably around, I'd say around between 10 or 11 that night with my girlfriend. And as me and my girlfriend in the bedroom, we watched a little TV, and she decides she wanted to work that night. She wanted to go to work and get off at 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So this is about midnight, y'all at the crib or whatever?
Yeah, this is around noon now, midnight. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And so she tells me, "Hey King, I want to go to the strip club. I think I want to work till 4. So I said, okay, you can go. She wanted me to drop her off. So I had gathered my things, and she gathered her stuff. We walking towards the door. I looked back at my partner Slim. I said, I'll be back. And I noticed he got on the basketball shorts with a muscle tee and some flip-flops.
Right.
And then I drive up to the strip club, and we pulls up in front of the strip club, and me and my girlfriend, we talked in the car, we smoked a blunt, and we just started looking at each other in our eyes without saying a word. And she just looked at me, and she shook her head, and she said, something don't feel right. I said, girl, just take your ass in there and call me when you're ready to go. And she gets out the car, she kisses me, gets out the car. And as I'm driving off, I look back, I see her just standing in the same spot. Like, this is her last time seeing me. Like, she felt something. So as I'm driving, I stop at the corner store, because I had weed at the house. I stop at the corner store to get some gauze, a pack of cigarettes. I got those gauze and drive up to my apartment. I walk in, I notice that Slim, my partner, got on a t-shirt and some pants and shoes, but I ignored that.
Now, is the t-shirt the same t-shirt he had on, or a different t-shirt?
The t-shirt, at first he had on a muscle tee when I left.
Right.
He had on a regular t-shirt,
mm-hmm.
like a gray t-shirt, I believe. He had on a regular t-shirt mm-hmm. with pants and shoes that was tied up. And so I walked past him. In my head, I'm thinking, nigga ain't finna go nowhere, because he gotta stay here and collect his money, answer the door. I'm finna go back out to the club. I goes into my bedroom. I took out my pistol out of my pants, get on the bed, got off my shirt, went to the restroom, left the door open. I brushed my teeth, and as I'm brushing my teeth, the doorbell rang. And I noticed out of my peripherals that it was 3 guys walking in with all black on.
Now the bathroom is like right by the hallway, so you can just peek around from around the door to see them come in, or how are you able to see them come in if you were in the bathroom brushing your teeth?
Cause the mirror is right by the front door.
Ah, okay.
By the bathroom door.
Okay.
And so I look and I see that them 3 guys come in. I couldn't see everything that they was doing, but I did see the door.
Right.
They came in, locked the door, and I remember hearing the drawers opening up. It sounded like multiple people was opening up the drawers, but in my mind, I'm thinking he's just doing it fast, trying to look for the weed or the money to give change. But I didn't go in there because I felt like he'd been there all day. There's nothing in that kitchen that he should be looking for. He should know where it's at. And so I heard no noise after that. So I wipe my face with my towel and I get hit in the head with a pistol. And the guy demanded, 3 guys walked in there in the restroom with me, lined up like singular bars. They walked in the restroom with me and demanded money. He said, "What's the rest of the money?" And I told them, "You got it all." And then they demanded it again.
So at this point, you're at gunpoint.
No, not this point.
They just hit you in the head with the gun and demanding the money.
Yeah. And then the second time they asked, at this point now, when they asked, I feel a gun out of my peripherals. I see the arm coming inside the restroom. Like, I could see the arm, but I couldn't see the body.
So it was 3 guys singular.
Yeah, that was already in there.
Right. And then the 4th person's arm came in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I see that arm, and out of my peripherals, I didn't turn my head, but when I seen that gun coming inside the door, I looked out of my peripherals and see the tattoos on this person. I noticed it's my 6'5" partner that's been staying with me for the last 5 months, pointing the gun at my head.
Wow.
And now I feel hopeless. But at the same time, I had my chin up. I had money in my pocket as well. And they asked again, "What the rest of the money?" I tried to turn my head towards the voice, but I said, "You got everything." I didn't finish the word everything. I got shot in the midst of my sentence. And when he shot the gun, he shot twice. When he shot the gun, it hit me in the head. The bullet went straight in my head. And I fell to the ground, bleeding. They think I'm dead, but I'm alive. Blood got everywhere. Blood got on the walls, ceiling.
So you're in the bathroom, 3 guys come in. One dude hits you in the head with the gun, asks where the rest of the money at. Another arm come in, asks where the rest of the money at. Before you can answer, you got everything. You get 1 shot, but he let 2 shots go, but you done got hit once.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you fall to the floor, and what happens after that?
I fall to the floor and I hit my head either on the toilet or the tub.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it was something hard. And I'm on the ground in pain. The burning bullet in my head. I ain't never got shot before. I don't want to get shot again, so I'm playing like I'm dead. And now these guys reaching in my pocket, and I felt them take out my keys, my phone, and all the money I had in my pocket.
Right.
Along with my wallet. And I'm laying in there, and the only thing I can do now is listen. I don't know that I'm blind now. I'm thinking that I can't see because there's blood in my eyes.
Right.
And so they run out, those 3 guys ran out the house. I heard them. They ran out the house, and last but not least is the person who shot me, Slim. He comes in the restroom, comes back in the restroom, picks me up, and drops me in the tub. When he drops me in the tub, and keep in mind, this is a 6'5" guy.
Right.
When he drops me in the tub, I feel my skull crack.
Wow.
Even more. Because it got cracked when I got shot.
Mm-hmm.
I felt my skull on that tub. I'm in agonizing pain. And shot for the first time, he hit my head for the second time so far. Still at this point, I'm in all this pain and I can't say ouch or make any kind of noise because I'm playing like I'm dead. And so I'm in the tub just bleeding. There's so much blood leaving out of my head. And I sat there between 2 to 3 minutes. It wasn't long. I sat there between 2 or 3 minutes, I'm guessing, until I heard the person who shot me leave out the house. And now, when I heard that door shut, I tried to get out the tub. I got out the tub, and to put you in the mind what was going on, I'm rubbing my hand along the wall to try to find my way out the restroom. So I'm just smearing blood on the walls. Because the only thing I know how to do is follow the walls. So as I'm walking out into the living room heading towards the kitchen, I'm wiping my hands along the wall to try to get to my destination, get to the kitchen to get a towel. And as I'm walking, I heard a door open up again. And it's the same person's voice that shot me. He said, Slim, it was Slim's voice. He said, "Oh shit," like he seen the ghost. And like he said it real loud. I can tell from his voice that I scared him. To put you in the instance, you being at a haunted house, you don't know something is behind you, and it just grab you. That kind of fear.
Right.
That was the fear in his voice. I heard him say, "Oh shit." I immediately started saying, "Nigga, I can't see. I need a towel." I said, "Nigga, give me a towel. I can't see." And I'm knowing that this is the shooter. And then I said,
So,
huh?
who did you think it was?
No, I said, I'm knowing.
Oh, okay.
The whole time I'm knowing that this is the shooter. But I'm saying, "Nigga, give me a towel. I can't see." So he gives me a towel. I sat down and I'm wiping my eyes. And I noticed I still can't see. And now I done lost so much blood, I'm feeling weak. And I tell him, I said, "Give me some water." I said, "I feel tired." And so he gives me a cup of water. I tried drinking the water, but the blood pouring from my face, out of my eyes, kept going inside the cup. And so I just set the cup of water down. And I don't remember passing out, but I know I passed out because at this point I don't remember anything else. And I remember, so I had to pass out, and I remember waking up. And when I woke up, I felt my body getting dragged out the door. I feel my legs dragging the ground. He drags me outside. I hear him on the phone with one of the guys. He said, "Yeah, I'm finna take him to the woods. I'll call you back." And as he dragging me down the steps, I hear another customer.
So he's dragging your feet first? Or?
He got me up under my arms,
Okay.
dragging me. And as my legs going down the stairs, I hear a customer that's trying to buy some weed walking up the stairs. He said, "What the fuck happened to King?" And then Slim replied, "We just got robbed, they shot him." So he drags me back inside of the apartment. I pass out again. And I remember for the first time in my life, I had a near-death experience. And I had an out-of-body experience.
So what are you feeling at that point, or what's going through your mind, you know, when he's having that phone call saying he's about to take you out to the woods?
Hopeless. I didn't have enough energy to run. I didn't have enough energy to even fight if I wanted to. My body felt like I ran 10 football fields back and forth. And it was nothing actually that I could do because the guy is way bigger than me and I'm weak and can't see.
You're feeling hopeless, and all of a sudden, one of your customers comes up the steps.
Yep.
Okay, take me from right there.
He comes up the steps. His first words was, "What the fuck happened to King?" And Slim replied, he said, "We just got robbed. They shot him in the head." And so he drags me back inside, and I remember nothing after that. I remember I just passed out.
Okay. And when you came to, where were you?
When I woke up, like I told you before, I couldn't see at the time. From the time I got shot, I couldn't see at all.
Right.
When I woke up, I saw everything. Seen a white lady to my right and 2 white guys to my left. And I woke up in an ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a stretcher, you're strapped down for safety precaution.
Right.
So when I woke up inside the ambulance, I sat up like a regular person would do to try to get up. And I noticed that they didn't say anything. They didn't
sit down, sir, or anything.
Yeah, they didn't do none of that. And so I tried to get up. I remember putting my hand down on the stretcher to push myself up. When I did that, without control, my body went up on top of the ceiling, and I was looking down at my own self inside of the stretcher.
Inside the ambulance on the stretcher?
Yes, inside the ambulance on the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking down at myself. I could see all 3 of those people heads down facing me. And they, you know how you push a person to try to wake them up?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they was doing to me. I wasn't responding, wasn't moving at all. And they put the mask on my face, which provided oxygen. And I remember seeing them giving me a shot. And I'm just looking at everything that they're doing. And I couldn't move back or forward. I couldn't move side to side when my spirit went into the ceiling in the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
If I could move back and forth, I didn't want to, because I felt like I just died, in which I believe I died. I wasn't responding in the ambulance. What I remembered after that was waking up about 3 weeks later in the hospital. The doctor didn't even know if I was gonna live or not, from what they say.
So at this point, you're still breathing on your own, or?
Yeah, I was breathing on my own. They did have a mask on me.
Mm-hmm.
When I woke up in the first day out of the coma, I woke up swinging and pushing everybody that was in my way, and I ripped off everything that was connected to me. And they told me to calm down, Mr. King. Your head is injured. You can't shake your head like that. She tells me, you've been shot. And I turned towards the voice and I said, where? She said, you've been shot in the head, that's why you can't see. It was at that moment that I asked the doctor, I said, well, how long is it gonna be like this? Am I gonna be blind? They said, your right eye has been shot out, but we may be able to save your left eye, but there's a strong possibility that you probably never see again. I thought about my son. I started crying because I felt like I'd never be able to see my son again.
And so when was the last time you saw him prior to being shot?
Due to the fact that me and my baby mom wasn't on good terms, it was probably between 6 to 8 months.
Have you been able to see him or to be with him since you've been out of the hospital?
Yes, I've been with him twice so far.
Okay.
It made me cry when he did it though, but.
So what's been the biggest adjustment for you?
Well, so far is I felt like a rich guy that went poor. I come from making thousands of dollars a day to not making no dollars a day.
I want to go with the positive spin on it, because to be where you're at, you're still alive.
Yeah.
You took a shot to the head. You took a traumatic blow to the head with the gun butt. You took a shot to the head. Then they threw you in the bathtub. That was another blow to the head.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to be taken out to the woods. About happenstance, miracle, luck, customer comes up, that saves you. So what would you say about the experience in now your faith in God?
I've heard of people having out-of-body experience on TV, or heard somebody in church say what they had, but it's one thing to hear what somebody say that you don't know, say something, but when you know a person and then they tell you something like that, you kind of believe it more, and then not only you'll believe it, but when you actually go through it yourself and know that there's something else outside of just your flesh. Because I've never seen my spirit before, and to see myself transparent, that was new to me. I was in a shock feeling. If I would have floated outside that ambulance, I would have been dead and not knowing I was dead, probably.
Because you felt like your mind was in an altered state. So in your belief, you started going back to church.
Yes, I sure did. I started talking in church. Almost every Sunday I've been going to a new church, talking and telling them the injuries that happened to me, and me getting robbed, and my out-of-body experience.
What would be your message to anyone doing what you were doing?
It's not worth it. I don't care how much money you're making, because at the end you can either go 3 different ways from my understanding. You can either go be in prison, die, or you can get injured to the fact to where it's going to affect the rest of your life. And that's exactly what happened to me. I'm blind. I went from seeing everything that I wanted to see, being with women, having money, having drugs, not worrying about bills at all, and buying whatever I felt like I wanted to buy. I don't care how much it costs. It ain't worth it, because you can have a kid. I could have been in prison right now.
So do you think that there is anything that could have been done with you, or someone could have talked to you or mentored you before you got to the point where you were, just so disenfranchised with drugs, or just in your childhood to where you were just rebelling against everything and everybody?
I felt like because I lost my mom, I didn't have my mom or my dad, that I really didn't have shit. I had people that loved me. I felt like a big chunk of me was already missing. Mm-hmm. And you're trying to build on something that's already broke down. And it's gonna take a lot of building. I don't care if I had the most expensive coat or shoes, it still didn't fill in the void that I didn't have my mom or dad.
But I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to interview you.
No problem.
You was always a real good dude, real generous dude. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to say something else, because now that you're going to church, what is your status as far as your belief in God or your religion or what have you?
Well, I believed in God before I got shot. Going through being shot point blank in the face, in the head, there's not a good list of people that actually live through headshots, especially up close. When a gun is pointed at your head and somebody pulled the trigger, I don't hear too many people living through that. And also when the bullet didn't exit my head or hit my skull. I'm sorry, not hit my skull. When it didn't exit my head or hit my brain, the bullet shattered on my skull. It was a hollow tip that I got shot with. Seeing my spirit rise up out of my body, it just confirmed that after death, there's something else that you're gonna be doing. Somewhere else you're gonna be at. There's something else to it. So my belief has gotten stronger. And that's why I don't want anybody else to think that just because it's bright right now, it's gonna always stay that way. If what you're doing is not legal or even pleasant unto God, it ain't gonna last long. You can only do two things mostly. You can just either die or be in prison. And then in my case, be hurt to the point to where it's almost like he did, because I'm blind. I can't see the things that I used to see. I still can hear some bullshit.
Well, like I said, King, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, you was a good dude, and I believe in positive energy, and I believe that positive energy, God, whatever you want to call it, is probably the reason why you're still alive. You weren't the most productive citizen,
Yeah.
but we all had our days. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully your message will be inspirational to those who, inspire and motivate some others to lead the lifestyle that they're in, and also others who, may feel helpless, to feel encouraged that there may be something else for them after this physical life, as far as spiritual life is concerned.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do appreciate you, and I appreciate the opportunity, and hopefully this will inspire others to do better.
Yeah, hopefully it's time for a change.